Hello, my favorite foodies, and happy weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Donna Show, which is the country's only premier food, wine, and celebrity show, here to get you guys hungry with me every single weekend. The Donna Show is brought to you by We Sell Restaurants, which is the nation's leading restaurant brokerage firm. So if you need to get some information on buying or selling your restaurant, then just go to www.wesellrestaurants.com, and there you go. Guys, I'm so excited for today's show. It's going to be a very lighthearted, fun show. We're doing a couple things today that are just a little bit different outside of the box, but still a lot of fun. And plus, we have a longtime friend of the show calling in from out of state today, and that is Paula Deen's cousin, Johnny Gabriel. Almost everybody here in Atlanta is very familiar with Johnny Gabriel. She owns the restaurant in Marietta called Gabriel's Desserts, even though it's a full-service restaurant. And she is coming back to the Metropolitan Cooking Show with Paula Deen very soon, right around the corner. And she just had a brand new cookbook come out as well. I say it just had it come out, but technically it was earlier this past year, again, which Paula Deen also contributed on. So she is going to be calling in, and we have got some fun stuff for you today. It's every time that Johnny comes onto this show, we get the giggles. We get the giggles because she will always start telling stories of her and Paula when they were young. And last time she came on, she told all these stories about how when they were little kids together, because they grew up very close with their families, being cousins, they would sneak out into their lake, this lake that was on their land somewhere, and they would sneak out with sticks of butter and just go eat the butter by itself, and they just thought it was so good. Or about the time when they shaved their legs for the very first time ever in their life, and nobody ever told them that you were supposed to use soap or any type of anything to help, so they dry shaved their legs for the first time together. And we just have all of these stories, and we hardly ever even talk about food. So anyway, she is going to be calling in a little bit later on in the next segment, so you want to make sure you stay tight for Miss Johnny Gabriel. But in the meantime, I like it when we do trivia, and I like it when I get to interact with my listeners. So that means when you call in or you email in, I really enjoy that. It makes me happy. So one of the ways that I get to do that is I have this trivia question that I'm about to give you right now, and instead of calling in, we will have a call-in giveaway later. Don't worry. But right now we're going to do an email. This is going to be fun, actually, because I've got my website pulled up right now, and so do all of my people in the studio. And I'm going to give you a question, and you go to my website, and we're going to see who pops up the answer first, and we're going to start talking with you right here live on air. It's going to kind of be interactive, sort of. Okay, and again, my website is www.thedonnashow.com. Super simple. You can't go wrong. thedonnashow.com. And I have got a gift certificate right here in my hand to Sal Grosso, which is the restaurant that we were just talking to a couple weeks ago with Herb Mesa. And we have got a nice free dinner for you people if you email me in the correct answer. Here we go. Let's see how many people and what funny answers we get. It's legitimate. Every single hour, this is true. Every single hour on the hour around the world, 27 million of these blank are consumed every hour. So again, tell me what that is. 27 million of blank, these, it's either a food or a drink, are consumed every single hour around the entire world. It's freakish. All right, so go to the contact page and contact me right now. I got it pulled up at thedonnashow.com. Give me your answer, and we're going to see what answers start coming in and who is going to get the right answer first, because you win a gift certificate right now on me to Sal Grosso. So while you guys are trying to figure that out, and there's a real answer, also let me go ahead and tell you a couple other things. This week is the official Julia Child Week. By the way, it's Julia Child's Week, and if you go to one of my favorite restaurants, which is tucked away in the Virginia Highlands, it's Babette's Cafe, which is a French-inspired cafe, and she is actually having and hosting this entire Julia Child Week over there at her cafe. And this is what she's doing. She has these brand new specials that are only going to be on this week that are straight from Julia Child's book, the Mastering the Art of French Cooking. I think I should know that one by heart already. Mastering the Art of French Cooking, the uber famous cookbook of Julia Child. She actually has special recipes on the menu. I'm looking at all the stuff online. That's what I'm looking at on the menu this week again, Babette's Cafe. Also, in other news, the AJC just came out with their best picks of Atlanta. And it's really funny. And I was talking to some people before we started this show, and it's really funny how we are in the food industry. We're in the whole foodie industry, and a lot of things come to us very naturally that we know by second nature, or things that we think should be more in the gourmet side of the industry, the more upper scale, high class food trends. But in reality, when you look at the AJC, what they did is they went and you guys voted. The listeners, the readers, the consumers, the diners. You are the one that voted on this. So according to you, these are your answers of some of the best picks of Atlanta. And my point was to all of that, it's funny because when you're in the industry, like for example, we threw out best hamburger. One of the places that we would start to think is, you know, Flip or the new Kaleidoscope, one of these hot trendy burger places. But nope, not you guys. You picked Vortex and you picked Five Guys burgers. And it just kind of brings me back to the reality of, you know, what the majority of people out there are actually going to and where they're eating. So yeah, you guys chose from the AJC Five Guys burgers and Vortex are some of the best burgers in all of Atlanta. For pizza, this one really surprised me actually. For pizza, we had this big discussion about how right now in the food world, and a lot of people that really appreciate going out and to dine in restaurants, they would pick like Antico or Freedy or something like that. Nope, not you guys. You like Mellow Mushroom. Mellow Mushroom is the #1 favorite pizza of everybody here in Atlanta. Let's see what else. Oh, this one was interesting actually. This one did get a little bit more foodie-esque world. The outdoor dining, and I didn't mention this to you guys over there either. Outdoor dining. Some of the top 5 answers that you guys chose was Front Page News, 6 Feet Under, which is downtown. I love that place. You get to eat on the rooftop. And Canoe, which was recently remodeled after having some damage last year. So anyway, that was really interesting. And then here's another really funny one, you guys listening out there. Kid-friendly restaurants. What are the top 5, or what are some that are in the top 5, the best kid-friendly restaurants in all of Atlanta that you could possibly think of? What adheres to your children? Well, according to you guys that voted at the HAC, according to you, this was really shocking. #1 most kid-friendly restaurant, Moe's. Welcome to Moe's! Isn't that weird? Moe's is the #1 kid-friendly restaurant that you guys picked. I didn't really understand that one, and neither did anybody else. Maybe you guys can shed some light. Also, Joe's Crab Shack and Outback. Really? These are your top picks for kid-friendly restaurants? Okay, if you say so. Right now, the voting is going on. They've got a new set of questions. You can go right now to www.accessatlanta, which is the really funky, cool website, entertainment of AJC, accessatlanta.com, and you can go and you can vote right now on the new set of questions, which are, I picked some of them, best place for a Mother's Day brunch, best fried chicken, best ribs, best French fries, and you are the ones that get to choose on that. Oh, I'm sorry, they already did it. Oh, look at that. They just closed out the French fry category. Okay, who was the winner? The Varsity? Really? The Varsity has the, I'm sorry, Varsity, I love you guys. The Varsity is the best, you guys chose the Varsity as the best French fries. Interesting. Also, Five Guys burgers. Interesting. Okay, anyway, and McDonald's got chosen as the #1 favorite fast food of Atlantans. McDonald's. Interesting. You know, I think I mentioned this before, but y'all need to try the Wendy's French fries. They're really good. And as for me, if you want to know what my favorite were, at least from a fast food standpoint, you gotta go with Chick-fil-A. I mean, you can't go wrong with a waffle fry or a crinkle fry. Really. Come on. All right, now let's go to an announcement really quick before we go to our first commercial break and then come back with the cousin of Paula Deen. We've got Johnny Gabriel calling in. And guys, don't forget, we still have that trivia going on right now. 27 million of what gets consumed around the world every single hour on the hour. Now, this is a heartfelt announcement, you guys. Really quick, let's get serious for 1 second. I do that every now and then. Coming up, is the Tee It Up for Kids. It is a golf fundraiser, which all the proceeds are going towards the organization that I am a national spokesperson for. It is called Children Without a Voice USA. I've talked about it before. It's all over my website. You can't miss it. There's a whole icon there that you can click on just for information and a link to them. There's Children Without a Voice USA, and what we do is we passionately fight against child abuse for, and child abuse prevention, and we educate schools and homes and hospitals and you name it, everything around the world about how to stop child abuse. So anyway, the annual golf fundraiser is coming up on April 25th. There is still time and still room for you to get a foursome or to recruit any players that you want to come out. Last year we had Braves players, we had Falcons players, I think there was one Hawks guy, and then there's a lot of very notable business people you might want to play golf with, and then of course just your friendly next door neighbor groups are all out there having a good time too. I MC the entire event. There are awards at the end. Everybody will leave with goodies. There's an auction. It's just so much fun. I get to drive you around a golf cart. That's me. I'm the golf cart taxi girl during the day. Anyway, all you got to do is go to my website and click on the Sea Wave icon, and you can get all the information there, and you can still sign up, and it is for an absolutely amazing cause. All right, my favorite foodies, I got to cut to a quick commercial break, but as soon as we come back, we've got the one and only Miss Johnny Gabriel calling in. She's one of my favorite people. She's lovely, and she just happens to be the cousin of Paula Deen with so many funny stories. Coming up next, right here on The Donna Show.